The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yes.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Wow! Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 115, NASDAQ down 33, S&P's off 15, gold contract down $18 at $1,502 an ounce, silver off 74 cents at $34.26 an ounce, platinum down $17 at $1,685 an ounce, copper up 4 pennies at $4.08 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $91.23. Bonds flat at $126.15. Dollar index up 22 ticks at 76.12. Euro down 7 at 148, and the yen flat at 80.48. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Volatility in spades, baby. Here we go. March 16th. That's your benchmark out here, folks. The highs of the S&P were 1280, the lows 1249. What do? Okay. We come in and we hit those and reject them on the 16th of June. 1 billion shares. We get down to 1258. You go topside up to this 1298. Yesterday, you got into a low of 1262, rejected it, closes at 1283. Today, we open at the 1283, go right back downtown to the 1268. We did 1.7 billion shares today. Now, the 1.7 billion, of course, is going against the 1.6 billion on the 16th. So, what do we have? Well, bottom line is that you definitely have a lot of volume coming into those lows. No two ways about that. What you also have, though, as I mentioned yesterday, is that you have come down 112 S&P points. You went down on the 15th, and on the 15th we had 1 billion shares. We come back downtown yesterday with 1.1. You come back downtown today with 1.7. Now, let's go over the SPY so you can see the correlations here. The correlation inside the SPY goes like this. We did 211 million. That 211 million is going against 334 million of yesterday. Going against 469. What that is saying to me is this, is that what you still have is that you have an amount of energy coming into lows that's not enough to take out the lows. That's on your daily. Now watch what you do when you put it on the weekly. When we're on the weekly, what we're doing is this. The week of the 18th of March, you came in with 1.5 billion. We came in with 1.2 billion last week, and this week we came in with 1 billion. So you can see the correlation was still 50% lighter. It's slamming in here. There's no two ways about it. But bottom line is that I expect this will bounce flat out. Dow Industrials. We go look at the Dow. What does the Dow do? Same type of setup. Now, what the Dow hasn't done, folks, the Dow hasn't made it down to the highs of the low volume bar, which is that March 16th high of 11,856. We made it down to 862. We almost made it there. We'll see whether she can get into that level. Now, NASDAQ Composite. The composite is done as this. The composite comes back downtown today, 33 points. The benchmark that we're dealing with on the NASDAQ composite is March 16th. The highs there were 26.60. The lows were 26.34. 26.03 rather. We had broken that on the 16th of June, and we broke that with 1.9 billion versus 2.6 billion. Yesterday, we came gap down to 26.86, rejected the whole deal. Gap down rather to 26.38, finished at the highs of the market. Today, they sell off. Now, what you have here, though, with the NASDAQ composite, even though he sold off 33, you're at a much higher level. Bottom line. We take a look. We look at this on a weekly basis, and what you have, we'll put the 3 Qs in there. Just look at the NDX 100, and on the 3 Qs, what you have going is that we back down today with 50 million, going into 80 million of yesterday, going into 176 million on the 16th. So what you have again with the NASDAQ 100 is that you're backing down with no volume and price destruction. In the NDX 100, there was some price destruction out here today. It didn't get into lows of yesterday. It didn't get into the lows of Tuesday, but you still came back. Bottom line, go back to the S&P for a second. So the SPY right now, we're out there at the 126.81. What is still game out here is all the way up to the 134 level. You go to the 3 Qs, you take a look at the 3 Qs. What we have inside the 3 Qs, you're at the 54.38, and the game is up there to 58. Now, that's setting up. Where I'm benchmarking this on the way up to, folks, is May 31st. And I suspect what this is the B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. Your correlation will be, as we get up there, do we get up there with lighter volume? I suspect that's going to what the case is going to be. Now, what's going to get really intriguing here is that this week, there's no two ways about it. You are pounding to break those March 16th lows. My take is that we're not going to break them yet. The reason being is that it's going to take a lot more than what we have right now, meaning that we started downtown May 10th. That's a long way to keep hammering on the way down, to not break the lows out. See, what you have is that you have to build up so much cause in order to get an effect. And what you had out here is that as you keep coming back into those lows and your volume does expand and you can't break the lows, the market's just tired right now. That's all that comes down to. Let's go over and we take a look at the gold contract. Gold out here today, she came down with some conviction. $18, not a huge deal, but 165,000 contracts. She is going to be making her way into this 1464 level. She closed out this session here at 1502.10. We'll see how she comes into it, but that bottom line is that she does want to get into that level. We go to the 30-year bonds, and this is where it's going to get really interesting, and this is where you're going to see that the 30-year bond out here today rejected the higher prices, did it with dramatically lighter volume. We did 313,000 contracts versus 500,000 contracts. Bottom line, that's saying that what you're going to have here is that the principal price is going to be coming down. That means the yield is going up. And that correlation, of course, is just the opposite correlation of the aspect of the market going down versus the bond going up. See, what was really interesting here today is that the bonds actually didn't move with the market backing down. That is an inverse correlation. And most of the time, it's almost 100% of the time. Market down, bonds up. Bonds down, market up. That's what it comes down to. Let's go and we'll take a look at the... There she is. Okay, so we will go over and take a look at the Hang Seng. Hang Seng last night. This is what you did, folks. You're up 412 points. Bottom line, Hang Seng is going to have a heck of a bounce just like we did. Hang Seng last night goes up with 1.9 billion shares. You're trading out at 22,171. I suspect, this little baby also wants to get up to that 2,300 mark. And that's going to be a dead cat bounce. Now, what the Hang Seng did do, which is going to be interesting for us to watch, is this, is that if, in fact, you get a follow-through like the volume that we had last night on the Hang Seng, well, baby, that high could be opened. So the Hang Seng's going to give us a huge heads up as to what our markets will do, because the correlation is a day or 2 days. Shanghai. We take a look at Shanghai. This is what we had with Shanghai out here. Shanghai went up $57 at 2,700. Monster volume. So the China market, bottom line, has been, went south 30%, I believe. 3,000. Yeah, it went south 400. No, it went south 12% without stopping. Last night, broke that whole downtrend. That's saying that China, we'll see whether, 28.84 is game, no doubt. We'll see if we can get higher than that. Let's go to Larry in Tarpon Springs. Hey, Larry, what's going on?
Hey, wondering about the IWM.
IWM, okay, so let's take a look at it. The IWM, folks, is the Russell 2000 small cap index. The low is 58, the high is 86. Now, do you own this? You looking to buy it? What are we doing?
I own some.
You're in good shape. You get the IWM bottom line on a short-term basis. You're in good shape. I mean, the IWM looks to me like it wants to go into 84, 81. You're at 79.94 right now.
84.81. That's where on?
That's May 31st. Your benchmark out there is May 31st. You commit to that, and if we commit to it, and we commit to it with some good volume, then those highs are going to be game up there. The small caps held up really well today. There was a rebalancing going on in the Russell today. That may have helped them, but the bottom line is that this IWM does want to get higher.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, man, have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go take a look at the dollar index out here, folks. Dollar, of course, is ruling the markets. Dollar out here, 38,000 contracts today, 76.12. That's the number. That's big, big volume, folks. 38,000 contracts. That was going in. The swing point has 35. So this one here is going to be wild watching because, of course, if the dollar goes higher, and on a longer basis, I suspect that's right where we're going, this market's going to go lower. So we'll see whether it can build some cause first before it wants to go higher. But this dollar has some real juice behind it. The oil market out here, we take a look at oil, folks. This is what you have with oil out here. Oil today got down to 89.82 and held. We did 317,000 contracts down there. I suspect you get some kind of a dead cat bounce. Could even get it up to 99. That's on a shorter term basis. On a longer term basis, it looks to me that let's bring this back a little bit more. That oil itself, yeah, this is good even on the weekly. See, oil, yeah, oil can get it to $70. It'll take 2 or 3 months, but that's where I can get into. And this week was a good one because this week actually, I would have liked to see a little wider price spread for the week. We only had $5 for the week. We're going to be right back, folks.